Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I read somewhere many, many years ago, and I haven't been able to find the citation for it since then, a thing about one of the first black newspapers in this country. It was in the 1800s during one of those plagues, and it was when Dolly Madison's first husband died, so that's how long ago it was. And black people who were caring for nursing sick people to wellness were being accused of stealing from them and murdering them. And this was a thing. And so this newspaper was created called The Refutation. And I think it was Richard Allen who helped start the paper. And it was refuting this claim, this assertion that black folks were stealing from or murdering the very people that they were caring for. And when I read that, I said, okay, this is when you refute. You refute when the lie is so blatant that you have to show the truth of what really is. Otherwise, I try not to refute because it's a waste of time for people who've already made up their minds, right? The refutation was written for history's sake, to say that during this time somebody is going to try to accuse the very people who were the helpers of being the one that caused the problem. So I try not to smack that hand back or refute a claim. Let the truth be the truth and let your yea be yea. Some days it's harder than others. As I watched those hearings yesterday, I knew that there was a time, there was a time for a paper called The Refutation, where what you saw just months ago was not really what it was. And folks would have you believe that a thing is not a thing. Sometimes I want to refute comments and things that are responses to things that I've said, and then I realize that there is no need to refute, that it is not something that is so historical that it would paint the day differently. And then there are times when people want to pull me into refutation just because that's how they get their jollies. I want you to know today, if you're not clear, if you think that what I'm doing every day is some kind of touchy-feely, new agey, hooey-fooey, magical nothingness, then you are on the wrong page. If you think movements happen through screaming and hollering and beating and bashing, then you have not been paying attention to history. You have not seen the women who stand in kitchens in the heat, frying and selling chicken dinners so that Martin Luther King's bus can arrive. You've not seen the mothers who pray around the clock, making sure that those who go out are safe and secure. You have not seen loving couples who love each other so fiercely that the children know that nobody can take them out. If you think that this is not a movement, then you are on the wrong side, and you should probably stay off this page. I am not by any means doing some new age hooey-fooey thing called setting healthy boundaries. I'm not setting healthy boundaries. I am sharing love. And my mentors, my teachers, the ones I talked to late in the night, the Howard Thurmans, the Martin Luther King, the Fannie Lou Hamers, my mentors who come to me and speak to me and share stories of how I got over, sound like me. Their voices are voices of hope and light and, yes, love. Sometimes Frederick Douglass comes, sometimes John Brown. And I let them discuss what it is that they need to discuss, and I learn from them. I listen to the voices of the elders and the ancestors, and they say, keep going. Because what you're doing is making a bigger dent than anybody who screams or spits in your face. These are not healthy boundaries. This is love. And if I'm not political enough for you, or hard enough for you, or loud enough for you, as I often say to my daughter when I'm doing her performance review, this may not be the place for you. To which she says, yes, it is, Mommy, yes, it is. I love you. And if that love doesn't seem like what you need, I understand. Sometimes we're so beat down by life that love doesn't feel like a weapon. But for me, love is the greatest force in the universe. I love you.